I remember the morning vividly. Sunlight streamed through the curtains, but the warmth of the day did nothing to reach my heart. My wife, Claire, was in the bedroom, calmly folding clothes into a suitcase. She looked up at me with a smile that made my chest tighten. "James is picking me up," she said casually, as if she were announcing a weekend trip, not the end of our life together. "We're starting a life in New York." For a moment, I couldn't breathe. I stood frozen in the doorway, staring at her, trying to process her words. My mind raced, questions, accusations, disbelief all colliding. "Wait. What do you mean?" I finally managed to say. She shrugged lightly, as though my confusion were trivial. "You know what I mean. It's over. I can't do this anymore." I felt like the room had collapsed around me. Everything we had built together, the house, the routines, the memories, seemed to crumble instantly. I opened my mouth to protest, to beg, to demand an explanation, but she shook her head. "Don't," she said gently. "I've made my choice." Her calmness was infuriating. How could someone take such a life-altering decision and deliver it with a smile, as if it were nothing? I wanted to scream, to throw things, to make her see the weight of what she was doing, but instead I felt a hollow emptiness settle in my chest. As she zipped the suitcase and placed it by the door, I realized I had to stay composed. Losing control would not change anything. I asked her, voice trembling, "And this James, you're serious about him?" She nodded, eyes steady, lips pressed in a firm line. I felt an icy wave of betrayal wash over me, mixed with a strange clarity. I had loved Claire deeply, trusted her completely, and now I was seeing that trust evaporate before my eyes. My first instinct was anger, but it quickly gave way to sorrow, a deep, gut-wrenching grief for a life that would no longer exist as I knew it. Over the next few hours, I watched her prepare to leave, every movement mechanical, precise, almost detached. I wanted to speak, to reach out, but each word felt meaningless. I realized that confrontation would not restore what had been lost. Instead, I focused on what I could control, myself. I went to the living room, sat down, and tried to collect my thoughts. Memories of our years together flooded my mind, the late-night conversations, the laughter, the shared plans for the future. And yet, those memories now felt like relics of a past life, a reminder of how fragile trust and love can be. When the cab arrived to pick her up, she walked past me, suitcase in hand, and paused at the door. She looked at me one last time, her expression unreadable. I searched her face for hesitation, regret, anything that might give me hope, but all I found was resolution. She stepped outside, and the door clicked shut behind her. The sound echoed in the empty house, a final punctuation to the life we had shared. I sank onto the couch, staring at the closed door, letting the weight of reality settle over me. In the days that followed, I felt a strange mix of pain and awakening. Pain because of the betrayal, the sudden loss, and the shattering of dreams. Awakening because I realized that I could survive this, that I could rebuild. I began to focus on myself, on my career, my hobbies, and my relationships with friends and family. Each small step of progress became a quiet victory, a reminder that life continues even after heartbreak. Months later, I received a message from Claire. She admitted that New York had not turned out as she had imagined, and that the excitement she expected had faded quickly. I read the message, felt a pang of sadness, but also gratitude, not for her choices, but for the clarity it had given me. I had been forced to confront a truth I had long ignored, that my happiness depended not on someone else, but on myself. Today, when I walk through our old neighborhood, I feel no bitterness, only acceptance. The experience taught me the fragility of trust, the complexity of love, and the resilience of the human heart. Claire's departure, painful as it was, became a turning point, a moment that forced me to grow, to reclaim my life, and to understand that sometimes endings are not just losses but opportunities for renewal. The house is quiet now, but in that silence, I have found strength, clarity, and a sense of peace I never expected.